As a small kid, I never really thought much about my future, or if I wanted when I was older. And that's quite normal, as a 4 or 5 year old. You never really think, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna have a wife, and especially not a wife. As a young kid, no young kid ever wants a wife. So I'm my creaking chair there. No young kid ever wants a wife. It's preposterous at that time because for most kids, especially young boys and girls, they just think that the other gender's like icky, which is it's funny because everyone said that back in the day, and then the other teachers when you were in primary school would be like, oh, don't worry, in 10 years you'll be holding their hands. It's just funny. It's funny because now my future's it's basically what I think about all the time, and it's a massive, I don't know, I'm scared of it. It's a massive fear for me. That and being alone is one of the things I wanted to address. Being alone, that sucks, but anyway, the future, it scares me. I'm sure it does for many people, because it's quite uncertain. You can't really control all the factors in your life, other people especially, that can go into changing your future, I suppose. And being out of your control means that it's something that you simultaneously should and shouldn't care about. If it's not in your control, then it's not. In some cases, it's not really something you need to worry about, because then, what do I have to do to change it? And it just doesn't matter, I suppose. But also, that could be worrying for some people. And it may almost feel like your future's set in stone, I suppose. And you personally can do a lot to change your future, I guess, but it doesn't change the fact that you're not totally in control of it. There's a lot out of your control. While that may be damning for some people, that they can't keep everything the way they want it, I suppose, it can also be freeing, in the sense that not everything that happens to you is within your control, so why let it bother you? Why worry when just work as hard as you can, I suppose. I've always gone with the philosophy, I suppose it's a philosophy of just, as long as I work as hard as I can and do as best as I can, that it doesn't really matter if I win or fail, I guess you could say it like that, if it's a happy ending or a sad ending in my life, I suppose, because, at least I tried. If you do everything correct, you can still fail, which, that sucks, just knowing that, but I suppose most people don't. Not everyone dies happy, but most people can, I guess, leave content that they actually did something with their lives or made some impact. And something that holds me back personally is the fear of being alone. And it's weird because you normally think that if you have other people around you, that these people will help you generally, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you just have to let go of people and work on stuff your own, I guess. Which, it sucks. It's not fun to be alone. Not everyone says it is. But sometimes you have to lose a little piece of yourself, I suppose, in order to go further or get somewhere. So that's that. Anyone who's got this far, it's unlikely you have, but work as hard as you can, I guess. That's what I'll try and do as well. So yeah, thanks.